bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With News of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. Israel's ambassador to the United Nations says there is new intelligence information that proves Iran supplies weapons and equipment to Hezbollah by exploiting civilian channels. Speaking at a Security Council meeting on the situation in the Middle East, Danny Danon said in the years 2018 and 2019, Israel found that Iran and the Quds Force have begun to advance the exploitation of the civil maritime channels and specifically the port of Beirut, which has become the port of Hezbollah. Danon also said Syrian officials are cooperating with the Iranians to aid in the advancement of Hezbollah's military capabilities. If the intelligence is accurate, it would violate Resolution 1701, approved after the 2006 Second Lebanon War, which calls for disarmament of all armed groups in Lebanon. Former Prime Minister Ehud Barak has apologized for his part in the violent thwarting of Palestinian riots in October 2000, which led to 13 Israeli Arabs being shot and killed. Responding to an op-ed written by Arab Parliament member Asawi Frey, Barak said there is no place for protesters to be killed by their country's security forces. I bear responsibility for everything that happened during my tenure as Prime Minister. Frey, from the left-wing Meretz party, had called on Barak to apologize for the killings, which came in the early weeks of the Second Intifada when he was Prime Minister. Barak is making a comeback in politics as the head of his Israel Democratic Party. Following the breakdown in negotiations with the finance and health ministries, the National Nurses Union has called a strike. Launched earlier this week, the strike is over working conditions and salaries. Chairman of the Association of Nurses at Galilee Medical Center, Edward Haddad, said, "We are not slaves. The fight is over a chronic shortage of nurses that has been going on for years." Deputy Health Minister Yaakov Litzman says the strike is causing unnecessary suffering for patients and that he will seek an injunction ordering the nurses back to work. And after 18 years, a convicted criminal who escaped from an Israeli prison has been arrested in Mexico. The fugitive, who disappeared in 2001, had been found guilty of attempted murder and given a lengthy jail sentence. I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.